Hey everyone, welcome back to Card City Nights. So, as soon as we came into the mall, I did it off camera, we got accosted by the little dude. So, yo, we meet again. What? No. So you found those legendaries, huh? I was at home preparing my deck, so you snagged them before I even left my house. Pheh. You know what this means? We've got a rivalry going, not growing. I guess growing would have worked too, but first one to copy all the legendaries is the winner. Oh, to find a copy of, not to copy the legendaries. That makes a lot more sense, unless he's a card forger. Anyway, speaking of, the Big Chest Casino just opened for the night. You can't meet the Card King without the 8 legendaries, but there's a pretty sharp dealer there that you can win some cash from. Anyway, I just got some great leads on the next 2 legendaries. You want to hear it? Yes. Well, haha, of course. But if you want to be my rival, you gotta prove yourself first. Come and talk to me when you're ready to battle. I'll be waiting right here. I don't know if I'm giving him an accent or if my voice is just changing throughout the day. Anyway, this guy never stops talking. I love the characters in the background, especially the hunk radish. Yeah. Or maybe he's the hunk turnip. Anyway, it looks like we can go up against her a second time and grind for more cards, which means she's probably left the school for whatever reason. Let's ask her. Oh, she's actually awake. Oh, hi. I'm here to get some more boosters. Want a battle? I can part with some. So we can take her out and gossip lady again. We can buy more stuff from the shopkeeper, or we can take on little dude. So before that, I'm going to quickly adjust my deck because it became painfully obvious we had a lot of cards pointing up and very few cards pointing down. Alright, and we're back. I adjusted the deck a little bit. We'll see how it goes, and let's battle. Let's do this. Hey, he didn't have like an extremely long monologue right before we took him on. So, let's see. It looks to be a best out of 3. Also, one other thing I forgot to mention, I adjusted our primary deck, so it has a cute little bunny rabbit on it. Yay! Alright, we also have the science board, if you don't remember the science board. So, what do we got? We've got a couple of defensive cards we can start with. So I'm going to lay down Titan, Gate, and Cowman Rider. And yeah, that's the optimum one. If I could get Jenny Bunn down, actually it would be pretty equally useless. Anyway, so at this point, this entire row is completely useless to them because none of the cards will ever link up. Not bright of him, so let's lay down Mildegrad. Oh, well there we go. And oh, in laying down that card, he took out my Mildegrad. That pisses me off a little bit. So I'm going to stay on the defensive a little bit longer. Or not, he's going to disable my card. Great. So I'm going to lay down Jenny Bunn. Even though at this point it's largely useless, because I really don't have any other recourse in that section. And we've got the Fire Sword, the Pink Man, and a stick. The problem is the stick's placement is terrible. The Fire Sword... Oh, okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Oh, this is perfect. This actually works out incredibly well. Except for he rotated and disabled... I'm just not having a good day today. Because I have no way of de-rotating my Pink Man. But you know what? I can work with it, for the most part. Because what I can do is... I'm just going to disable his... Oh, I don't want to disable the Trumbler. So I'm just going to disable the Turnip in the middle. With any luck, that will kind of throw a wrench in whatever plans he has. So I have a card for revivals, but I need 2, which is not pleasant. Actually, no, I only need 1. Good. But I'm going to try and use up Brutus anyway, because if I can use up Brutus, that will revive a card for me and I won't have to try as hard. Perfect. This way we also get to do some damage. So first I'm going to revive... I'm going to revive her, which is fine. And then I'm going to continue attacking his cards, because if he's got a lot of disables, I would wager... Oh, nuts. I wasted that one. I was going to link Chili Roger with Jenny Bunn, and then I realized you can't do that, Wander. You can't. So we've got Jenny Fox, Mark, and Cowman Rider. And I'm going to lay down Mark instead, because as much as I'd like to lay down Jenny Fox, we need an intermediate card, and we currently don't have any, which is problematic. I guess I can use the Cowman Rider as a intermediate card. And here's what I'm going to do. So we might have actually disabled him into a corner, which could be a massive boon for us because he might lose on the next round. Because he's going to lay down the card and presumably lose. Let's lay down Chili Roger, and we win. Awesome. So now I know to be wary that he does actually have the tendency to attack my own cards. Good to know, but that also opens me up to being a little bit dishonorable as well and doing the exact same thing. So let's start off with a defensive combo, as just like last time. And because he does seem to focus a little bit on damaging us, and doing just a little bit of defensive work could go a very long way. So I'm going to use the Fire Sword. I'd like to use it in an attack combo, but getting the defensive out, plus he does some damage to begin with. So we got Brutus in reserve, which is good. We've got Chili Roger, which isn't useful yet. So what I want to do is get... Well, I'm going to get the Drone out in the corner, and we'll see what we can do. Because I would like to get some defensive cards going, so I guess I'll just keep placing a couple of Jenny Buns in the corners. Because otherwise he would have just taken me out then and there. So, oh, and he got rid of my Jenny Bun too. What a jerk. So, I'm going to lay down the Jenny Bun, and I'm going to lay down the Pink Man, which will give us one defensive, or not defensive, one offensive thing. And I guess I'll just disable that card. So we've got another Cowman Rider, a Stick, and Brutus. And at this point we have a lot of things for revivals, but the problem is the Chili Rogers don't match up with any of our cards. So I want to keep Brutus slightly in reserve. I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to... I'm just going to accept my fate and see if I can screw him up as much as possible. So let's lay down the Cowman Rider and really mess up some combos in here. So this guy is useless until he revives. So I'm going to block off the turnip. And with any luck, I can actually just take him out this way without having to try very hard. Because it seems like going for the very stereotypical just take out his life points is actually the worst way. Okay, so he does have a couple of revival cards, but if I block off that guy, he's pretty much shit out of luck. Yeah, at this point he can't do anything and we win. Awesome. Yeah, but it looks like attacking life points directly in this game is actually largely useless, which honestly this is kind of one of those first games where that's ever been really a factor, and we win a second time. Yes. So we got another healthy weapon pack, which I believe the healthy weapon cards are largely useless. Yeah, damage owner 1. I mean, they've got a lot of really good exit ports, but it's just not worth it. I mean, this one could actually be useful in certain situations, just because if you know what card you're rotating around, it's not a big deal. There's also Menduro, who, yeah. What's this one? Actually, this is not a good one either, because this is pretty much betting on disabling her, that card, and that's not a good precedent to set, but it's still cool. Alright, so, little dude says, heh, you're still rival material after all, or you're rival material after all. There we go. Words. Alright, I'll talk. There's a haunted house nearby, where someone said a legendary card could be found. That's all I got. I'm headed for the haunted house, and this time you won't beat me to the punch. Alright, Gary Oak. A million coin prize is as good as mine. Adios. What? No, 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 no. He disappeared. Something tells me I'll be beating him to that punch. Yay! Green Crystal asks, excuse me, I happen to hear what you were talking about. If you're looking for the legendaries, why not visit Turnip Corp, the makers of the card game? They might know where the booster packs containing the legendaries were purchased. Well, good luck! Thank you, Gossip Crystal. Alright, so instead of just ending the episode, I want to go take on Jenny Bunn and see if she gives us any else. So another It'll Do Adventure booster pack. So with any luck, she'll be just as weak as the last time we faced her, and we won't have to worry about too much. So we're just going to go with the Fluffy Bunny pack and whomp her in the face. Maybe not, though. She could actually have a wildly different deck, and I'm not going to just immediately bet that we've got this in the bag. So I'm going to lay down Titan. Yeah, it looks like she has gained a fair amount of intelligence since the last time, but this is going to really load up our defensive points, and I can go on the offensive. So I'm going to lay down Mark. And one thing I've come across at this point is that you don't actually need to even like fill out a full combo to be kind of a jerk. So what I'm going to do is block off that Jenny Bunn. Oh, and she already fixed it up. I'm impressed. Alright, so we've got Brutus, Jenny Bunn, and a Chili Roger. So what I could do is I'll lay down the drone in the corner. It's my best bet at this point, and it's got the best placement. Then otherwise we've got another Jenny Bunn, which would be convenient. And I guess with, as also with any luck, it would be really convenient if I could just disable her out like I did with the other guy. Or maybe she's just dumb and I'm giving her more credit than she's due, and she'll just deck herself again without any real troubles aimed at me. So we've got kind of all corners covered, and I would love to have a card that spans these two instead of trying to hook up with Jenny Bunn. Well, let's waste the Chili Roger, get those two cards off the field. Yep, she wasted a revive combo. So now that she's wasted the revive combo, I'm going to disable the Jenny Bunn again. That will at least force her to keep doing more revival combos, and then I can focus on what I'm going to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to lay down the Titan Head again, because at least it's got a pair of convenient exit ports for what I'm going to do. Yep, this is one way to do it. So I think we've got her on the run. Always taking out the center card is probably the easiest way of just locking down an entire combo, because at this point she's pretty much screwed. So I'm just going to lock that one down. Yep, because otherwise she maybe could have put the old man on. I don't know. Anyway, we got this in the bag, and we win. Locking down the apathetic frog, and we win. So do we get a better booster pack? That's the interesting question. It looks like we do, actually. Yes. Even though it's completely useless to us at this point, we get another Ultra Fishbun 3000 card, which is amazing. And a couple more stuff that we don't actually need. But it looks like, now that we're on to Tier 2, Loafer has gotten better booster packs that we can steal from her. Awesome. And she was playing asleep again. So, there we go, and that's it. So we whomped our rival, we dealt with these people. I'm gonna go check the shop and say goodbye for now. Yes. I just want to see if you can buy copies of your own cards, or if you can buy copies of cards that you've seen. And that's the question to ask. Because it looks like you can only buy copies of cards that you yourself have, and not cards that you've seen, because the weird dude with the Pompadour had a bunch of cards that aren't currently available here. And I'd very much like to buy a couple of them. Mainly the snake body, because the snake combo was pretty rad. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next episode of Card CD Nights, and as always, thanks for watching.